Have you ever felt like you don't fit into this world? That your soul seems to carry a wisdom and a nostalgia that does not belong to this age? If so, you could be one of the so-called chosen ones, ancient souls who, although living in this time, seem to be trapped in a modern world that doesn't resonate with their true essence. In this video, we're going to explore what it means to be one of these special souls and how to recognize the signs that you have an important mission. For though the world is full of distractions and superficiality, those who are truly elect have a profound reason for being here. Are you ready to discover it? Start. You may be wondering, what is an ancient soul? Well, the term old soul describes those beings whose essence seems to have transcended time and the ages. An old soul is not defined simply by the age of their physical body, but by an insight, wisdom, and maturity that do not always match the stage of life they are in. These souls often have a depth that distinguishes them from others and makes them perceive the world with a unique perspective, as if they carry with them memories and learnings from previous lives. An old soul is someone who seems to have lived many times, and who has accumulated a wealth of experiences in his spiritual core. This manifests itself through their intuitive wisdom, an inclination toward introspection, and often a feeling of inexplicable nostalgia, as if they remember another place or time to which they naturally belong. This feeling of not belonging often accompanies old souls from an early age, generating a deep interest in understanding themselves and the world around them. Rather than being satisfied with superficial answers, these souls seek deeper meanings and feel a special connection to the mysteries of life and the universe. For these souls, life is not a series of random events, rather, every experience is an opportunity for learning and evolution. Many times, they feel driven to carry out spiritual practices, self-knowledge and personal growth, as they seek to understand their emotions, their thoughts, and their role in the great tapestry of existence. This does not mean that they live free of conflict. On the contrary, old souls often face a great deal of emotional and spiritual challenges. However, these difficulties, instead of discouraging them, become catalysts for their growth. To identify an old soul, there are certain characteristic signs that can manifest in the personality and attitudes of these people. 1. Deep empathy. One of the most prominent signs of an old soul is their deep empathy. These people often experience the feelings of others as their own and have a particular sensitivity to the pain of others. This leads them to have a strong sense of compassion and solidarity towards others, even when they do not know the people in question. The empathy of an old soul goes beyond the ordinary. It is an almost intuitive ability to understand the emotions and needs of others, even when they are not expressed openly. This allows them to offer support and guidance in a natural way, as if it were part of their life purpose. 2. Unusual wisdom. Old souls often surprise those around them with wisdom that seems disproportionate to their age. From a young age, they show an understanding of life and its complexities that is not common, and often their reflections can impact others. They don't get carried away by the superficiality of things and instead value the deep meaning of experiences and relationships. This wisdom does not come from the mere accumulation of knowledge, but from an intuitive and spiritual understanding that impels them to see beyond appearances. 3. Inclination towards self-knowledge. Old souls often have an intrinsic need to know themselves. For them, life is a constant journey of self-discovery and inner learning. They feel an urgency to understand their own thoughts, emotions, and patterns, and are often interested in practices such as meditation, mindfulness, and introspection. This desire for self-knowledge helps them to deepen their own mysteries and the purpose of their existence. Old souls tend to constantly ask themselves, What is my purpose in this life? What should I learn from this experience? How can I evolve? 4. A feeling of non-belonging. Many old souls experience a constant sense of not belonging. They often feel disconnected from the norms and expectations of modern society, which they perceive as superficial or materially focused. This feeling can manifest itself from an early age, when they experience a kind of spiritual loneliness. However, this disconnect also drives them to find their own truth and to seek out a community of like-minded people who share their spiritual values. 5. Attraction to the spiritual and the mysterious. Old souls are usually deeply interested in spiritual, philosophical, and esoteric topics. They feel a natural connection to the mystery of life and the universe, which leads them to explore topics such as reincarnation, karma, and spirituality in general. These people are not satisfied with conventional explanations of reality and prefer to explore those dimensions that escape rational understanding. For old souls, modern life can be confusing and disorienting, but it's also an opportunity for learning and growth. Over time, these souls come to understand that although they may not always feel in tune with the current world, their wisdom and sensitivity have the potential to be beacons of light and guidance to those around them. Now, the chosen ones are those special souls who, although they may seem like ordinary people, carry within them a deep spiritual mission. These souls are selected to incarnate in the world for a specific purpose, which is often not easy to identify at first, neither for themselves nor for those around them. The chosen ones are meant to play a role in the collective awakening of humanity, through their own spiritual transformation and their ability to guide others in their own processes of self-discovery. The chosen are usually ancient souls who have lived multiple lives and experiences, accumulating wisdom and spiritual understanding. These experiences prepare them to face the challenges of modern life and become beacons of light for those around them. While being one of the chosen ones carries an important responsibility, it is also a calling that cannot be ignored. The souls of the chosen have an inner force that drives them to question the world, explore their own mysteries, and eventually guide others in their own process of spiritual awakening. The characteristics of the chosen are: 1. Deep connection with spirituality. The chosen ones often experience a natural and deep connection with spirituality from a very early age. They are not necessarily attracted to traditional religions, but seek to understand the essence of existence and the divine in a direct and personal way. This spiritual connection leads them to explore fundamental questions about the purpose of life, the nature of consciousness, and the relationship between the human being and the universe. They are not interested in superficial explanations, they seek a deep and authentic understanding, which drives them to delve into practices such as meditation, introspection, and the study of spiritual philosophies. 2. Inclination toward self-discovery. The chosen have a genuine desire to know their true essence. They feel that their life is not just a succession of random experiences, but a journey of continuous self-discovery. For them, every challenge, every relationship, and every emotion is an opportunity to learn something more about their own selves. Often, they feel a strong need to heal emotional wounds and to overcome negative patterns that they may have carried over from past experiences, either in this life or in others. This process of self-discovery not only benefits themselves, but also empowers them to help others on their own inner journey. 3. Desire to help others awaken. One of the most distinctive characteristics of the chosen is their deep desire to help others awaken. By understanding the power of consciousness and transformation, they feel a call to share their knowledge and experiences with those who may still be asleep in a state of spiritual unconsciousness. This impulse to help is not born out of a sense of superiority, but from a place of compassion and empathy. Having experienced their own processes of awakening and healing, the chosen ones understand the difficulties and challenges that people face on their spiritual journey, and they wish to be a guide along the way. 4. A feeling of being different or not fitting in. Many chosen experience from a young age a feeling of not fitting in their environment. They may feel different from their friends, family, or society at large, which often leads them to feel lonely or misunderstood. This feeling of disconnection is not a coincidence, on the contrary, it is part of their mission. Uninfluenced by conventional social norms, the chosen maintain their authenticity and develop a unique perspective that allows them to question the status quo. This sense of being different drives them to seek out and eventually find a community of like-minded people who understand them and share their spiritual values. 5. Supernatural or intuitive experiences. Another common characteristic in the chosen is their sensitivity to supernatural or intuitive experiences. Many of them experience premonitions, vivid dreams, or intuitive insight that allows them to see beyond the surface. These experiences can be unnerving at first, but over time, the chosen learn to trust their intuition as a valuable tool in their mission. This sensitivity helps them to understand the energies of people and places, enabling them to act more effectively in their role as guides and healers. 6. Resilience and inner strength. The chosen usually possess great resilience and inner strength that allows them to overcome difficult obstacles. Their path is not always easy, they often face trials that challenge their beliefs, relationships, and self-understanding. However, each challenge reinforces your resolve and strengthens your purpose. The resilience of the chosen is one of the qualities that most distinguishes them, as it allows them to move forward even in moments of doubt and darkness, knowing that their life has a greater meaning. In short, the chosen are those souls who, through their own spiritual transformation, have been called to awaken humanity. Although her path is full of challenges, her mission is clear: to help others discover their own light and remember their connection to the divine. For ancient souls and the chosen, living in the modern world presents a complex set of challenges that can be overwhelming. Today's society is geared toward productivity, competition, and consumption, values that don't usually resonate with those looking for something deeper and more authentic. In an environment dominated by materialism and fast-pacedness, these souls experience a cultural disconnect that can make them feel out of place, as if they belong to another time or dimension. The modern world, with its constant demands for success, possessions, and status, becomes a difficult place for those who value introspection, spiritual connection, and inner growth. For these souls, the conventional goals of society are deeply meaningless. While others pursue external achievements, old souls find their satisfaction in self-knowledge, inner peace, and service to others. This disconnection from the prevailing values in society can create a sense of isolation and loneliness. Some examples of challenges for old souls in the modern world are: 1. Feeling like they don't fit in. From an early age, many ancient souls and chosen ones experienced the feeling of not fitting into their environment. They observe that their interests and values differ from those of their peers, which can lead to a feeling of being different or being out of place. This perception does not only occur in childhood, even in adulthood, old souls can have a hard time adjusting to a world that focuses on superficial success and appearances. This feeling of disconnection can be intensified by seeing how most people focus on material goals, while they yearn for something deeper and more meaningful. 2. Experiencing anxiety and loneliness. The cultural disconnect felt by the chosen ones not only makes them feel like they don't fit in, but it can also lead to anxiety and loneliness. The constant need to meet external expectations, meet goals, and live at an accelerated pace can cause these souls to feel trapped in a reality that does not reflect their true essence. Often, this anxiety arises from the pressure to conform, even when they know inside that it is not the right path for them. This conflict between their spiritual nature and the demands of the outside world can lead to a sense of deep loneliness, especially when they feel that no one truly understands them. 3. Intense purpose-seeking. The feeling of disconnection and loneliness that the chosen one experience leads them to an even more intense purpose-seeking. While others may find satisfaction in external achievements, they feel a void that can only be filled by discovering their mission in life. This quest can be challenging, as the modern world offers few guides for those seeking a meaningful and spiritual life. Old souls are driven to explore their purpose, to question their existence, and to understand their role in the universe. This search, while profoundly enriching, can be a source of constant conflict, as it involves moving away from conventional paths and following a path less traveled. 4. Resistance to superficiality. In a culture that often values appearance and consumerism, the chosen ones feel a natural resistance to superficiality and materialistic emptiness. Their penchant for the genuine and the profound leads them to reject fads and superficial relationships, opting for authentic connections and meaningful experiences. However, this can make them feel misunderstood or out of place, as most people tend to focus on goals that old souls consider trivial. This resistance to the superficial may be seen by others as different or even outdated, reinforcing the sense of isolation. 5. Difficulty finding community. One of the biggest challenges old souls face is finding a community of like-minded people who share their values and perspectives. Modern life tends to be fragmented, and while social media and technology allow for connections, many times these relationships lack depth and authenticity. For old souls, the need for genuine, supportive community is critical to finding balance and purpose in their lives. However, finding people who truly understand them and value their way of seeing the world can be tricky, contributing to their sense of loneliness. 6. The challenge of maintaining spiritual balance in a fast world. Finally, the fast pace of modern life can be a major obstacle for old souls, who value introspection and inner peace. The speed with which changes unfold and the pressure to always be connected can make these souls feel overwhelmed. Maintaining a spiritual balance in an environment that seems designed to distract and disperse attention requires great discipline and willpower. Many chosen find that they need daily practices of meditation, digital disconnection, and time in nature in order to align their energy and stay focused on their purpose. For the chosen and old souls, the modern world represents a testing ground where they can strengthen their resilience and commitment to their spiritual mission. Despite the difficulties, these challenges allow them to grow and prepare them to be guides in a world that increasingly needs light and awareness. Why are the elect ancient souls? The relationship between being a chosen one and being an old soul is deep and meaningful. The chosen don't just come into the world with a special mission, they also bring with them an accumulated wisdom and understanding of life that allows them to guide others in their own processes of spiritual awakening. Their ability to be beacons of light in times of darkness is due to a spiritual depth that does not arise from experiences limited to a single life, but is the result of countless experiences, learnings and, in many cases, sacrifices made throughout several incarnations. In essence, the chosen are ancient souls, and this spiritual depth is what prepares them to fulfill their mission in the modern world. One of the reasons why the chosen are often old souls is precisely their spiritual depth. Souls who have experienced multiple lives have had the opportunity to experience a wide range of emotions, challenges, and learnings that give them a complete view of the human experience. This breadth of perspectives allows them to understand the dilemmas and difficulties of others from a place of compassion and empathy. They know that the path to awakening can be challenging and, at the same time, liberating. This makes the chosen ones ideal guides for those who are taking their first steps in their own spiritual process. The elect usually possess keen intuition, a deep understanding of human nature, and a special connection to the spirit world. These qualities help them recognize the potential for awakening in others and facilitate that process naturally. Rather than judging or imposing their beliefs, the chosen often inspire through their example, demonstrating that true spirituality lies in living with authenticity, humility, and love. Their mission, then, is not only personal, but also collective. They are here to contribute to the spiritual growth of humanity as a whole. The presence of ancient souls such as the chosen ones on this plane also relates to the concept of karma and reincarnation. In many spiritual traditions, it is believed that ancient souls have accumulated knowledge and experiences over several lifetimes, and that each incarnation brings with it a specific purpose. Some return to complete missions that were left unfinished in past lives, while others come to close cycles or solve pending issues on their path of evolution. Karma can be understood as the set of actions, thoughts and decisions that a person accumulates in each life, and that generates consequences that impact their future incarnations. Old souls have experienced and learned in previous lives, and in their return to this plane they bring with them the intention to balance and transcend those patterns that may have remained unresolved. For the elect, this implies a deep responsibility and, at the same time, an opportunity for redemption and growth. Many of them feel an inner urge to put in order aspects of their current life, as if they recognize that this existence provides them with a unique opportunity to heal wounds from past lives. Reincarnation also implies a commitment to spiritual evolution. Old souls and the chosen know that their life is not an accident. They have chosen to reincarnate to continue their learning path, contributing to the collective consciousness. This leads them to a constant search for understanding and growth, even when they face difficulties. They feel that every challenge, relationship, and experience has a higher purpose, and they seek learning and healing in every situation. For the elect, closing cycles of previous lives is an essential task. Old souls often carry with them an emotional or karmic baggage that requires healing in this lifetime. This can manifest as patterns of behavior, persistent emotions, or situations that are repeated in your current life and that have no clear explanation in terms of past experiences in this life. However, these challenges are actually opportunities to transcend the boundaries of karma and evolve into a state of greater freedom and awareness. The process of healing these karmic patterns allows the chosen ones to break free from bondage and move closer to a fuller existence. By doing this, you are also breaking cycles that may have affected others in your past lives, and by healing in this lifetime, you contribute to raising the vibration of the collective consciousness. Not only does this healing have a personal impact, but it also acts as an example for those seeking to overcome their own cycles of pain and limitation. The combination of spiritual depth and connection to karma and reincarnation makes the chosen ones true beacons of light in a world that seems to be increasingly lost in superficiality and materialism. By having an intuitive understanding of the meaning of life and the challenges that souls face in the process of awakening, they can guide others from a place of compassion and empathy. They recognize the spiritual potential in others and help them rediscover their own connection to the divine. Not only do the chosen ones carry with them the wisdom of their own experiences, but they are also aware of their role in the collective ascension process. They understand that spiritual awakening is not a solitary journey, but a shared experience in which each person has a role to play. In this sense, their mission is both individual and global, as their own evolution and healing contribute to the elevation of consciousness on the planet. For the chosen, being an old soul is not just a characteristic, but a responsibility. You have returned to this world to help others remember their divine essence and find their own path to peace, love, and spiritual freedom. They face challenges, yes, but their mission is clear. They are here to light the way, act as guides, and ultimately help the world remember the sacred connection we all share. How can the elect integrate into the modern world? For the chosen, the challenge of living in a world that often seems to run counter to their values and deep nature can feel overwhelming. However, there are practical ways to find balance, integrate, and fulfill your spiritual mission. The chosen can learn to navigate the modern world without losing their essence, taking advantage of the opportunities for growth and connection that this environment offers them. Below, we'll explore some practical tips and inspiring insights that can help the elect integrate their purpose into everyday life. 1. Cultivate daily spiritual practices. Spiritual practices are a fundamental pillar for the chosen ones, as they allow them to center, purify their energy, and reconnect with their essence. Meditation is a powerful tool that helps calm the mind and access deep levels of self-knowledge and inner peace. By dedicating a few minutes daily to meditation, the chosen ones can re-establish their connection with their true selves, moving away from the turmoil and stress of the environment. In addition to meditation, yoga, journaling, spiritual journaling, and connecting with nature are highly beneficial practices. These moments of introspection and relaxation act as a kind of spiritual anchor, helping the chosen to remember their purpose and make decisions aligned with their essence. 2. Connect with life purpose. One of the essential aspects for the chosen is to remember why they are here and what their purpose is. For many, that purpose is related to helping others, to being a light in times of darkness, and to contributing to the spiritual evolution of the world. This purpose can be a source of strength when faced with the challenges of everyday life. The chosen can take the time to reflect on how every aspect of their life, from work to relationships, aligns with their deeper mission. To stay focused on your purpose, it's helpful to set spiritual goals. These can include improving your own understanding of spirituality, helping others on their path of awakening, or even undertaking projects that positively impact your community. By taking small but steady steps, the elect can maintain clarity about their purpose, even in the midst of modern life. 3. Finding a kindred community. Living in a world that seems disconnected from spiritual values can be lonely for the chosen. However, looking for a like-minded community, whether in physical life or in the digital realm, can make a big difference. Connecting with other souls who share your vision, mission, and values can provide them with emotional and spiritual support. Today, there are numerous online spiritual communities, meditation groups, personal development workshops, and social networks where the chosen can find people who understand their path. Authentic connections and sharing experiences can provide them with much-needed strength and a sense of belonging. Even if they don't find a physical community, modern technology allows these ancient souls to connect with other people anywhere in the world, giving them a safe space to be themselves and continue learning. 4. Practice acceptance and detachment. One of the keys to integrating spirituality into the modern world is to practice detachment. This means understanding that although the external world is filled with material pressures, competitiveness, and distractions, the chosen do not have to fully identify with this reality. Acceptance allows them to see the world without judging it and without feeling so affected by its conflicts. Practicing detachment does not imply emotional disconnection, but an attitude of observing and living from a position of internal peace, rather than reacting to every external stimulus. Acceptance helps the chosen to adapt without losing their essence. They understand that this world has its purpose, and even though they may encounter aspects that do not resonate with them, they are able to stay true to their path without letting outside influences derail them. For the chosen, accepting their authenticity is a fundamental part of their process. Many times, pressure from society can cause them to try to fit in or be tempted to suppress their essence in order to be normal. However, when you fully embrace who you are, you allow your light to shine more brightly. This authenticity is what ultimately allows them to fulfill their mission and help others. Trusting your mission is another key aspect. Sometimes, the chosen may doubt their role in the world or question whether they can really make a difference. However, by remembering their purpose and their connection to the universe, they find the strength and clarity needed to move forward. The challenges they face are not impediments, but opportunities to strengthen their wisdom and spirit. Every time they choose to follow their mission, they are contributing to the collective awakening and generating positive changes on a global level. Finally, the elect must remember that although the modern world may seem like a strange land to them, their presence here serves a purpose. Each of their actions, thoughts, and words is a seed that can inspire and uplift those around them. By trusting their intuition, honoring their authenticity, and nurturing their spiritual connection, they not only find the balance they need, but they also fulfill the mission to which they have been called. As they integrate into the modern world, they become a bridge between the divine and the human, reminding humanity that even in times of chaos, there is always a path to the light. On this journey, we have explored the concept of the chosen as ancient souls, who have returned to this modern world to fulfill a special mission. We have seen how their spiritual depth and accumulated experience make them natural guides in the process of collective awakening. Through their knowledge and empathy, these beings light the way for others, serving as a bridge between ancestral wisdom and the current reality.